Yes. Look at the likes. Look at the likes. It goes up like this. It goes up like this. Release. Look at the likes. It goes up like this. It goes up like that. Look at the likes. I'm going to keep it real. It's a message to Math Hoffa. Math, I have sat back and watched a lot of things just play and play out, and I haven't said anything. I haven't said anything, and I spoke to you today. Speak to you frequently, but it's something that's been on my mind, you know, after watching you and Knowledge to God go at it. It's something that's been on my mind as far as, you know, your behavior towards me. And I'm not mad now, please. And it's not no thing. I got Math is my man. Math, my man. But it's something I gotta say. Something I gotta say. Look at the likes. Something I gotta say to Math. I'm gonna break down and say why Queenzflip is responsible for Math Hoffa taking off. Not taking off like responsible for his character, but helping him in a certain way, helping him put things together. And I feel that Math, what he does sometimes is that when he was talking about the Knowledge situation and getting upset and overreacting, I understood where Math is coming from, because me and him is like the same person. Look at the likes. Me and Math is like the same person. I understood where Math was coming from. I got it. Like, yeah, I see. But then I said to myself, but Math, man, like, you had to understand where I came from with me. You had that argument on the phone about me coming to MEO. You got to understand where I'm coming from when I told you about how you should handle things, especially putting the truth out there. And you always tell me the truth behind the scene, Math. But the people didn't know what the truth is. The people didn't know what the truth is. Look at the likes. The people didn't know what the truth is. And the likes, they go up like this. But I'm going to break down the truth as much as I can. It's a message to Math. I saw what happened. I understood it. Apparently, the interview, I didn't see nothing was wrong with the interview, but I understood where Math was coming from because I felt the same way. That's the same thing that happened with some of the guests that came on the show. You can't feel away or you can't intertwine with people that may have something bad to say about me and still be on my show. That's how I felt. But at the same time, it's a business and we sign up for it, especially in the media lane. So I understood Knowledge and I understood Math, and Knowledge did the best that he can. Shout out to him to see him. Nice guy. Nice guy. Nice guy. Oh, God. Knowledge is a nice guy. I understood him clearly. And I understood Math because I went through the same thing, but I had to learn. It's trial and error. It goes up to 100, y'all. It goes up to 100. Y'all know it goes up to 100. Y'all know it goes up to 100. Like, if we don't stop, y'all know it goes up to 100. Like this. The lights go up. Let's talk about the truth here. Queenzflip, what you talking about? Why you feel you're responsible? Let's talk about the truth of what I feel and why I felt that Math, if Math and my relationship wasn't strong, or I didn't believe who he was and didn't believe in him, and he wasn't so solid to me personally, I could have felt the way and it could have damaged our friendship. I'll tell you why. I called Math. Math hits me up. Math hits me up pertaining to the fight I had at the studio. Yo, you had a fight at the studio. You had a fight at the studio. Yo, what was that about? You had a fight. We had a whole conversation. The Jahaz situation. I'm like, yeah, man, if that happened, yeah, what's up? What about it? Like, yeah, you bugging, man. I explained to him. He's like, nah, man, I watched the footage. Your cousin set it up. I'm like, so let's talk about it. He was thinking it was a flip the script. I said, no, I have a platform called the Interrogation Room that I think it'll be dope. And it'll be dope, Math, because you talking to me like this, people will love it. Ask Math if I'm lying. He'll tell you. My idea. He didn't know nothing about the Interrogation Room. He said, yeah, Flip, that's dope. Let's do it. We filmed the Interrogation Room. The Interrogation Room came out June 5th, 2019. It did great. We talking about 60,000 views in a day. 60,000. That's June 5th it came out. Math calls me. We get on the phone June 7th. I looked at my receipts. June 7th, we get on the phone. Math like, yo, you know, everybody liking it. Flip, what you think I should do? Now, before that, during the interrogation room, when I gave Math Jenna's number, and I also told Math about Space Ghost. That day, Math like, yo, you know, like, I was thinking about doing some things and stuff, but I'm not too sure. It was that day. He didn't elaborate, but I gave him Jenna's number. So he took Jenna's number. That happened when it happened. Then we move forward. Then me and Math is talking. Math called me on the 7th of June, the 7th. Yo, everybody responded and telling me I should do a podcast. What do you think? What do I think? I think it's great. I think you're great. I think Math is amazing. You should do a podcast, Math. Yeah, facts. You should do a podcast, Math. I said, okay. He said, what do you think? Help me figure it out. I gave him two numbers. The first number I gave him on June 13th, 2019 at 1:30 p.m. was A King. But A King didn't know nothing about the video. I was trying to have A King help him get where A King is at. Now, A King and Combat Jack is at, where is that? What are they at? Rest in peace, Combat Jack. What platform are they on over there? It's Loudspeaker. So I thought Math had enough credibility to be on Loudspeaker. I said, Math, go to Loudspeaker. You know what I mean? That's where the best way, you know. But he like, nah, I want to do what we did. A video, I want to do that. People are telling me. I said, you could do it. There's a guy named Space Ghost. He's good. He does videos. He does everything. Now, I'm going to bring Space Ghost's name later. Now, me and Space Ghost is good, but I got to bring Space Ghost's name back into this. He said, yo, I said, Space Ghost is dope. Space Ghost is good. He's ill, man. Use it. He could do video. You could even use my studio if you need to. Math, you could use my studio. Now, I don't know the conversation with him and Space Ghost, but I said Space Ghost is good. You could use him. He regardless of what, he doesn't pick up the phone that much, but he's ill and he's good. This is what I told him. Math said, all right. Yeah, that's dope. From there, you know, that conversation happened about like the 14th or the 15th of June. So it was the 13th. We had about A King and Space Ghost, and the 14th and 15th. And I gave Math Space Ghost's number. I gave Math Space Ghost's number. He said, all right, cool, Flip, we good. We ill. Now, everything is happening. It takes off. Space Ghost leaves. Space Ghost leaves. This happens in June. Space Ghost leaves in July. Let me see what Space Ghost left. I got to keep it 100. And this is to Math. There's no shot at Space Ghost at all. Let me keep it. Let me get my receipts because I want to talk to Math real quick. Space Ghost left. Flip the script. Space Ghost sent that long message going forward. Do it. Space Ghost left July 7th, 2019 at 7:36 a.m. He sent the message about going forward and leaving. Space Ghost left July 7th. So I gave it. So almost a month later, Space Ghost leaves. Cool. I didn't know that him and Math were still in contact. I didn't know Jen and Math was in contact. I didn't know about that. I didn't know. So Space Ghost leave. All this stuff is happening. It's going crazy. Then I get a call from, the fans are saying, yo, Space Ghost is with Math. I'm like, what? Math never told me that. That's one. Math never said, yo, Flip, I'm working with Space Ghost and nothing. Math never told me that. Know about Jenna. Jenna ain't tell me. And not that he had to tell me anything, but I felt because I put him on, he should have hollered at me and let me know. It caught me off guard. Let's keep it real. It caught me off guard. Math Hoffa never told me that he was working with them. He was smashing one of them and working with the other. He never told me that. So it lost me. I'm like, when I found out. Space Ghost didn't tell me because we wasn't talking. I was mad at him, and I'm sure Space Ghost would have. Let's go a little further. So all that is happening. I'm speaking to Matt. I'm like, yo, man, what's up with you, man? Like we had a conversation. I'm like, oh, it's all right. Nah, I'm gonna be honest. I played tough. My ego and pride allowed me to see that it wasn't affecting me because after the Soul Beat thing happened, the Bimmy thing happened, I didn't start expressing my feelings to Mav until he wanted me to come on his show. Let's go a little deeper. So he ain't even say, yo, he ain't even say, so people telling me, yo, he went on drink champs and stuff. They shouted me out, but he ain't say, yo, shout out to Queenzflip for helping me, guide me the way, or giving me the encouragement. He ain't say that. He tell me that privately, yo, Flip, you started this, Flip. Privately, he says that. But publicly, he didn't say that, and I didn't understand it. So, and the reason why I got this idea to talk about it, because the shit with the situation with knowledge, I'm like, you know, you get mad at knowledge. I get it, Math, but you got to do things in full circle that's right as well, because Math is a solid dude, privately and publicly. But privately, he has this big, mean image, but he's really an intellectual dude, man. I enjoy being around him. We was around each other. I enjoyed being around him, but I felt like he added on to the bashment of Queenzflip, not intentionally. Instead of saying, yo, nah, Queenzflip put this together. He wanted me to come on MEO. He wanted me to come, and he went as far as saying he wanted me and G Money to come. Then when we had an argument on the phone, he said, nah, I didn't want G Money. I want you to come on there. Because he wanted me. I said, but me and Space Ghost may go at it. He said, nah, we could talk about it on there. I didn't go. I keep it real, I didn't go. But I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into why I didn't go to MEO. So he didn't shout me out. It was cool. I didn't care about it. It is what I thought he should have, like, damn, man, you know, I was looking for it. You know, I'll be hyped like this. Look at. Woo, woo. I ain't hear it. I heard shout to Queenzflip about skit. Nori shouted me out. I'm like, all right. Lisa Evers wrote me. Now, I'm not responsible for this. But June 10th, Lisa Evers wrote me. And you can see, I want to block my man number. Lisa Evers. Hey, Flip, do you have an email for Math Hoffa? The same boss who asked, I got to read it backwards, asked me to get you on the show, says you will know and ask. Let me read it straight because it's backwards. Hey, Flip, do you have an email for Math Hoffa? Same boss who asked me to get you on the show says you will know and asked me to reach out. Lisa Evers wrote me. I made the connection for the Channel 5 thing. Now, they was already aware. The boss was already aware, but I had a conversation with Lisa about math when we did the other situation. Because she was saying that, yo, I saw the video with you and Math sitting down and then he's have a podcast. I had the conversation. I just passed the contact. I just passed the contact. But that was another thing. They went on there, and I thought, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be real. I watched it after because I ain't going to lie. Ego and pride is a hell of a thing. Ego and pride. I have tuned myself out from watching it to not be affected. It didn't matter to me. The only reason I'm saying it is because how he responded to knowledge about it. I'm like, yo, man, you got to keep it real all the way 100 too. If somebody has something to say about you. Because my thing is this, like, all right, even on Channel 5, when they asked about your podcast, I'm thinking you'll say, yeah, I did Queenzflip thing and this and that and the third. I thought he would say that because that would be the right thing to say. That would be the truth, but you didn't say it. And I avoid watching those things because I didn't want to get upset. But I speak to him. So Matt told me, come on MEO. You got to come on MEO. And at this time, me and Space Ghost has a meeting. Look at the likes. So G Money, Ebok, Basky, Space Ghost are in the meeting. We bringing up cameras being broken and all that. Shout out to Space Ghost, my man. You know. But in that meeting, Space Ghost said something to me that I didn't like. And regardless, we did squash it, but he said something. Space Ghost said to me, if your platform would have failed, it would have just failed. It had nothing to do with me. I said, yo, if by you leaving, what if my platform would have failed? He said, it just would have failed then. He said it to my face. So I didn't make it seem like I felt the way, but that burned me inside. I couldn't believe my man, a person. I gave him the name Space. I'm keeping it right. He'll tell you. I gave him that name Space because he learned a lot from, and I learned a lot from him. For him to say that, it bugged me out. Now, I get it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get what he was supposed to get. I get it. But I couldn't believe it. I thought that we came to rectify, but he stood on his square. And that's what made me respect him more, because Space Ghost is who he is. You gotta love him. But I'm telling you what led me not to go to MEO. He said, if your platform would have failed, it just would have failed. It got nothing to do with me. It would have failed then. So, damn, what? And me and Space Ghost spoke recently. We had a great conversation. We spoke for like an hour, bro. I love that conversation. And he kept it real. Like, he said this line to me. Yo, you know, I had access to behind the scenes. I saw what you was making. And even if you would have gave the me and G Money a little something at the time, you know, we would have appreciated it. You know what I mean? And I had to break down. I told Space Ghost, I have to make sure I'm okay first before I make sure anybody else is okay. I have to be able to put me in a position and us in a position to make sure the platform keep going. We had an agreement. We came to agreement. We agreed to disagree on certain things, but I respected the fact. That's what I always wanted. He kept it 100. So I'm talking about some old stuff. So when Space Ghost said that, we gave each other 5. He left. We took the picture outside. He left. Boom. He left. I feel away inside. I don't like that. I ain't doing nothing. G Money, I don't want to do picky eater. I don't want to do nothing. So Math is calling me. Yo, you got to come on MEO. You promised to come on MEO. You got to come on MEO. Math calling me. I'm like, yeah, I Space Ghost put Math on. Math told me that Space Ghost told him, in order to get Flip, you try to get G Money. So Math called me about G Money. Then Math text me. I don't want to show the number. Math, first of all, Math, February 20th, call me back, Queenzflip. Look, hold on. Call me back, Queenzflip. Then he said, February 20th, 10:30 p.m., you corny. You corny. So I get mad. Like, you texting me that, so we have an argument on the phone. And I tell him, like, you didn't care, Math, how I looked at him. He said, I feel you letting the comments get to you. And this is why I'm responding, because I felt you let the comments get to you and you let the situation get to you about goods like you think the comments got to me. Into the public eye, bro. You took Space Ghost and you was messing with Jenna, and then I let the platform go. And you ain't, and this is what I explained to him. Like, I told him he was selfish. He said, how am I selfish? You and him worked it out. I told him that you didn't, you want me to come on there and I don't feel comfortable. I'm not going to come on there because I'm not going to feel like I'm bowing to Space Ghost. I put him on. That's what I told Math. I'm not going to feel like I'm going to come on the show and be humbled. I'm not going to be humbled on your show by him because I'm going to say something. Now, I did beat around the bush the next time. I did come up with a lot of stuff. I did. And it was unfair. I was wrong for this because I made it seem like me and Space Ghost was all right. Space Ghost spoke to him. So Math was looking forward for me to come there. All right, so you and him squashed it, so come here. But I harbored a feeling. Yes, I did. Yeah, harbored. Look at the likes. I harbored a feeling. I harbored a feeling. Yes, I did. I harbored it. Yes. He said, if your platform would have failed, it would have failed. He looked me in the eye. If it would have failed, it would have failed. I said, I wanted to jump over the table so bad. I said, oh, G Money, everybody got quiet. Everybody got quiet. Everybody got quiet, bro. Watch this. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Hold on. Watch this. Watch. I'm going to keep it real. Watch. Watch this. Just watch. Yo, G Money, what up, baby? I'm on live. This is no beef or nothing, but I want to ask you a question. There's no beef. I'm not doing it to attack nobody. But would you be able to answer a question freely?
You know, it depends on the question, man.
It's about Space Ghost. Me and Space Ghost is good, but I want to ask you something. When Space Ghost said that line, what did Space Ghost say during the meeting that might have made me react? Do you remember?
About you buying the car or something like that?
No, not that. The platform.
He didn't care if it went down. He left, right?
Yeah. Well, he said,
he said he just left. He didn't care what happened to the platform. Like, he had to go, basically.
If he said if it failed, right?
Yeah.
And then what? When he said that, what was everybody's facial expression?
It's like, damn, blah.
G, why you looked at me, G, when he said that? Why you looked at me and was blinking?
I'm always blinking, man.
But why did you watch me? Wasn't that some cold stuff? Like, was it? And he stood on his square.
Yeah, fact.
He did.
Cold-blooded, but he stood. And I told you how I felt about that too, though.
Yeah. No. You was, yeah.
I told you how I felt too. So yeah, what he said was cold, but I still was like, okay, you know what I mean? Like that's how he felt.
Yeah, and he kept it real. He stood on his square. He was honest.
Yeah.
And he told his truth.
Yeah, that was it. You know, I told you after that. I think before that or after that, you know, I probably would have did the same thing if I didn't feel like being bothered with somebody no more and didn't want to go back and forth. I'd have been like, that's it, and just gone. I don't care about the results after, because I'm in my feelings that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I didn't condone what he did or how he did it, but you know. But you
also said that you may have did the same thing. You said that to me.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to have the conversation and want to be convinced to come back.
Yeah. With certain situations, you know what I'm saying, and I just kind of related it to something that I was dealing with personally on my side. I just like certain situations. I feel like if I don't want to have to go back and forth with the person, whether it could be a healthy back and forth or an unhealthy back and forth, I don't want to do it. If I'm already fed up or something, I know myself. I know it's time for me to go. I don't want to have to be having conversations for hours or whatever. I want to just leave. That's it. So, you know, I did feel it was a little cold blooded, but I did feel like, damn, okay, I get it. Like he probably was just over it. Whatever he was over, he was just over it. He was like, that's it. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Respect.
I got you. All right, G. Thank you, G.
All right, boy.
Yeah. Shout out to Space Ghost. Shout out to G Money. No. I'm just saying. So that was my reaction. This is more about. It's not about Space Ghost. Space Ghost had every right to do what he did. Let me say that he had every right. He explained to me out his mouth to my ears. I did this. I can say this. I had gave him some money recently. Some money he lent me. I had gave him some money. I had threw him some money. And he was like, yo, wow, where that came from? He was surprised. He was shocked. He even said a comment like, yo, you wait a whole year later or 3 years later or something. I said, yo, when I had it, I could give it to you when I had it. You see, the problem with people is that, not Space Ghost, let me say to the people in there, people don't understand that you guys think that you know everything. I would never, a real businessman, any company would not put himself down to I will play fool to catch the wise. I will play a fool to catch the wise. I want to put myself down. If I'm down, how can I help anybody else up? If I'm down, how can I help anybody else up? You get it? Yeah, I was making money from my skits, but that's personal. We talking about flip the script. So that's how I looked at it. And I told him that. He told me how he felt. He was very honest with me, and I got the utmost respect for him. I think that everybody should work with a guy like that. Straightforward. He keep it real. He got his business right, and he learned the lesson, and I learned the lesson. I learned. I don't feel no way towards it. But a lot of people, he didn't want exposure, so the exposure wouldn't apply to him. The exposure would apply to everybody else. You cannot pay something. People that work at McDonald's, Papa John's, Popeye, the reason why they get paid for putting in the work. You can't just show up to McDonald's, say I'm an employee of McDonald's and just get paid without putting in the work. So people say, yo, you know, a lot of people took L's and stuff, but if you look at the analytics, analytically, nothing was contributed. Only one person contributed, and we know, and that wasn't even met by the threshold. Only one person. Space Ghost agreed with me on the phone. He said, I don't feel like anybody else. I understand about everybody else getting paid, but me and G Money is different. He said that. And he will repeat that. Because he know about the algorithm. He know about the analytics. I can show that. And when you look at it and you talk to an accountant, you're like, huh? I'm losing money? No, I ain't paying. I'm losing money. I want to gain. Anyway, so back to Math. So Math said, I'm corny. We have an argument. I'm like, yo, but you, he said, I feel like you letting the comments get to you. Math, it looked like you took my man from my platform. Math, you messing with Jenna and Jenna left. Math, all this stuff. This is what I was telling him. Like, it looked like all this stuff, Math. I told him that. You know what I mean? I told him, it looked like you took Jenna from my platform. It looked like all this stuff. This is what it looked like you did. It looked like you did. And why won't you? And you ain't say it publicly. That was my thing with Math. Like, you ain't even say it publicly. You ain't fix it publicly. You let in the comments get you. Let's talk. And I get it. He's a businessman. He trying to do what I do to other people. Get on the show and talk about it. Let's make content out of it. Don't be emotional, because privately we're friends. I have never did anything with Jenna, never tried to do anything with Jenna, and I was genuinely happy. I was more mad at Jenna because Jenna hid that information from me about Math because of that girl, the tomboy girl. She told her that Flip could be invasive, intrusive. Keep it to yourself. I didn't like that. Me and Jenna, we was traveling together. We was around the world together. You was my assistant. If you was messing with her, because she kept it from me, I didn't understand why she kept it from me. So then the Space Ghost thing and her thing come out at the same time, and it was a coincidence, and it looked like everybody was against me. Look at the likes. It looked like that, and he didn't, and Math did not steal anything from me, but the public perception was that. He didn't steal nobody from me. They all responsible. He didn't steal nothing from me. They all responsible for their own stuff. They responsible. He ain't steal. You're steal. Nah, he ain't steal. They responsible for their own stuff. They all responsible. Math, Jenna, and Space was all responsible. Yo, man, let me tell you something. When I apologized to Sammy recently, Jenna's sister, and she cursed me out in Brooklyn about how I did her dirty, Math held me down. That's how solid Math is. She wanted. I don't want to say. They was trying to get Math to go inside and leave me outside by myself looking crazy. Let's keep it real. Look at the likes. Look at the light. They was trying to make me look crazy. Leave him out there. Go ahead, Math. Math said, nah. And stood with me. And stood. I said, I love this dude. He stood there. Now I ain't leaving Flip outside. I was like, oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man. He stood there. He stood there. Didn't leave me. So but my thing to Math is that you want to make corrections and you react, and I understand, but I feel that you got to make a lot of things right and keep it 100. Because I know you're going to respond to me tonight, but you got to keep it real, Math, and you never a guy that lie. Never. You didn't shout me out on Drink Champ. I didn't care. You didn't shout me out on Channel 5. I didn't care. But I cared about the fact that you got mad at me for not going on your show. Call me corny. Call me Queenzflip. And didn't understand, said I let the comments get to me. If I would have went on MEO, we would have talked about the Space Ghost thing. That would have been content, a lot of views. Content. Because when me and Matt get together, but what about, I said, I don't feel comfortable going. I don't feel comfortable going. That's what it was. And yeah, it's not Space Ghost's fault, because to Space Ghost knowledge, me and Flip squashed it. But Space Ghost don't know I felt the way because he said about the platform falling. I was like, damn, how you gonna look back? That's how I felt at the time. Until we recently spoke. Let me make it clear, because people like to people got minds of a rock. Until I spoke to Space Ghost recently. When we spoke for an hour and some change, I gave him some money out of nowhere. Gave him 2 payments of some money. And I wanted to give him more. I said, yo, give me the receipts. He said, yo, I'm good on that. I said, nah, I'm in a good position. I'm going to look out for you. He said, I'm good on that. And we spoke, and he said it caught him off guard. He opened up to me, and he was honest. And that's all I wanted. So I got nothing but respect for Space Ghost. No bad blood, nothing. This is not no shots. But I couldn't go on, and it wasn't Space Ghost's fault because I kept that in, but I told Math. But Math like, yo, you and Space Ghost is good. And Math would think that it came to a point where Jenna would call me. Let's keep it real. Look at the likes. Jenna would call me like, yo, why you ain't go? Why you ain't go? Jenna like, yo, why you ain't go? Math, Jenna called me about MEO mad times, bro. She love that dude, bro. She love that dude. And the problem is, if Math, let me tell you something. If Math would have went and said what he said, yo, Flip is responsible. Flip, not responsible. That's not the word, but Flip, help, or Flip looked out, or Flip encouraged me or gave me to connect, it would have put a lot of things in perspective. You see, at the end of the day, when you as powerful, and I say that, when you are me, when you act like me, when you look like me, when you move, hold on, Caffeine, I'm coming to y'all right now, Caffeine, come and finish it. When you look like me, when you act like me, people don't want to believe the truth. Oh, you ain't paid him. You ain't pay him. You ain't paid him, so you're not that solid. But the truth is, when it comes to being solid, I am the main one. I am, yo, JR, give me, Google all type of rocks real quick. Google the rocks. All solidness. Pause. You don't want to believe that. Yo, you sound crazy. But if Math come and say, yo, it's the truth, what are you going to say? Yo, it's the truth. He did. You're going to say, oh, damn. Wow. A person's character is what makes people make these decisions. Give me the list of rocks. Let's go. Gabbro, Genus, Marble, Shale, Basalt, Slate, Quartzite, Andesite, Limestone, Conglomerate, Granite, Sandstone, Schist, Pumice, Igneous Rock, Igneous, thank you, JR. Igneous, sorry. Diorite. What? Periodotite. Amphibolite. Chalk. Rhyolite. Dacite. Coal. All these rocks. There's a lot of them. Oh my God. Dunite. Norite. Anyway, yeah. All the rocks. That's how solid I am. That's how solid I am. The lights go up like that. And the thing is, you know, like, I'm just solid. So, but it will bother y'all like, yo, it can't be this true. And all it takes is a conversation. We know that I'm erratic. My behavior is erratic. We know that. Flip, you erratic. You're emotional. I am. I get emotional. I am erratic. What's up, Caffeine? How y'all doing, man? What's up, baby? No sound. JR, can you check if this sound and Caffeine, please? They said they can't hear me. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I feel like all I'm saying to Math is, we believe in karma. We believe in energies. Me and you spoke today about energies. You got to go around and keep it real, though. What about the energy? You said that I am allowing the fans to get to me, Flip. You're better than that. I'm a diamond. Thank you. You're better. I couldn't believe you were telling me I'm better than that. They saying that you allowing it to get to you, Flip. Yeah. I'm not going there. And I expect you. That's the wrong word. My standards, because I have no expectations. This is why we still cool. I don't feel no way. I love you. I love Math to death. But I would have wanted, you would prefer if you would have said, yo, you know what? Nah, this didn't happen like that. You and Jenna giving each other high fives. You moved on the bigger and better. All these things are playing until what the fans wanted at my demise if I wasn't who I was. If I wasn't who I was, the Flip look crazy. So, but I'm just too strong. I never put my eggs in a basket. Nobody know who I am. Nobody know what I'm working on. Yes. Math is a solid individual to me. Nobody could ever tell, but I had to tell my truth about what happened, how I fucking. I'm looking at them like, yo, hold on, man. Math going on, homie. Nah, I gotta talk to Math. Math, you did your stuff too, Math. Math, you did your stuff too, Math. You did. You did. You allowed a narrative to be painted and not corrected. You was a part of it. You could have corrected that narrative a long time ago. Down in the valley so low. Look at the lights, How high does it go? Look at the lights, look at the lights. And that's the truth about it. So, I'm going on Caffeine to talk more in details. I'm about to go on Caffeine right now. Look at the likes. It goes up like that. But I rock with Math. Math is a friend of mine. I'm not a Caffeine. What up, y'all? Give me my accolades while I'm living. Exactly. People don't want to live. You know what I noticed too about certain fans? They don't want to accept the truth. They don't want to. Accepting the truth bothers you. You want all this not to be true because of all these individuals that didn't get no money with me or that's broke, upset. I mean, but the truth is the truth. Flip has helped a lot of people. Yes. The truth is the truth. My man Ricky, that's my man. It kills you. It kills. Some of you I read is like, oh no, yeah, y'all be in comments. Yo, y'all be in other chats like, yeah. No. Regardless, everybody ain't gonna eat. Everybody ain't meant to be chiefs. Everybody ain't meant to be in that position. No, the ones that are and the ones that will, it ends up happening. Society doesn't work like that. Yeah, I use a lot of emotions to move forward. Yes, I am guilty of being emotional. Of course I am. I am an emotional person. But what I'm not is a person that don't want to see nobody eat. Because I feed them chickens and wings and pizzas. You gonna eat one way or another? You're gonna eat one way or another. Look at the likes. It goes up. I'm going to Caffeine. I'm turning up. Look at the likes. Shout out to all the. It's so crazy. The women on here. The women on here hold me down. Women. I read the comments. There's a lady. She was in here talking about I'm a diamond. She's in all the comments representing for me, and she gets it. She gets it. They don't look at the fact that people are outside getting money in their pockets. No, they look at things different. I broke down everything about podcasting to Math Hoffa. He'll tell you that. And if he says otherwise, he's not a liar. Cat Bryant hold me down. Pink Sugar, I see her hold me down. They hold me down. Look at the likes. Ego is a thing. For what you talking about? Math donated 20. There you go. Math Hoffa TV. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, Math. You watched it. Go watch the whole thing. Respond. Math Hoffa, I talked about it today. The beginning. I felt like if Math responded, and I'm happy that Math and Knowledge pieced it up. I think it's great. Math is a person that can relate to me. So Math would understand this. Math called me corny. We had an argument and called me because I did act like I was going on a show and I didn't go. I did. But to tell the truth is that Math did not take into consideration that he didn't clear. He said, I let the comments get to me. Flip, you letting the comments get to you. I'm a meteorologist, Math. Yeah, the comments get to me. Yo, I think that's he kept it real. That's my man. He keep it 100. He kept it real. You let the comments get to you. I'm like, yo, man, but look at public perception. Yo, man, you can't let the comments get to you. But then when I see him flip out, I'm like, yo, man, you're doing the same thing that I would have done. You were doing the same thing that I would have done, man. You would do the same thing. And you were just telling me not to act like that. He was. He tried to bring, Math was the number one person that tried to bring peace between me and Space. He was. But then I'm like, yo, Math, you ain't even shout me out. You ain't give me no credit. Space Ghost told me, this is what I forgot. Space Ghost told me when we talked recently that Jenna gave Math his number. I said, what? You gotta blame, he said, blame Jenna. She gave Math my number. She said that, no. Space, no, it was me. I broke down everything about Space Ghost to Math. I gave y'all the dates. The dates are here. I got all the dates written down. I had to say the dates. Look. Interrogation Room, Math called me. I couldn't believe her. I said, I called Jenna, yo, Jenna, what? She said, I never gave Math Space Ghost's number. You did. So I said, who was for Space Ghost to believe that? Because Space Ghost is a trickster. For Space Ghost to believe that was crazy. Math would tell me privately, yo, Flip, yo, why you acting like, and I ain't gonna lie, he will wheel me in. Because Math got a way of talking that will wheel you in. Yeah, he does. He will almost wheel me in. Yo, Flip, come on, Flip. We family. Why you acting like a girl? Why you doing that? You got a voice. Why you doing that? You can't let this get to you. Come on, Flip. And I'm like, yo, I gotta go. I even thought, yo, G Money, we gonna go on there. Space Ghost said that line. I said, I'm not going on there. I said, no. He be getting me. But then I watch these shows, and I'm thinking he gonna say, yo, shout out to my man Queenzflip. Because I said, let me tell you how much real I am. They wanted me to talk about something pertaining to a situation Math got into. I never talked about it. Because I thought it was all BS. I'm solid like that. Math is solid like that. Math could say things to get at me. He know things and stuff. He never did that. The scratchy bit NIGGA recommending space to me. Yeah. Don't say it now. You better do a video tonight and get at me. Get at me tonight. Get at me. If you don't talk tonight on your, I'm sending fire to you. Don't donate to me and say, yo, he's recommending me space. Don't do that. Don't try to shut me up. You got the girl. Look, there you go again. Being a pimp. There you go again. Serious, is that you? I'm ratting. That was low. Flip, come on, Flip. Come on, Flip. You wildin', man. Why you said serious, is that you? Come on. Oh, God. I went too far. Wow. I try to say the pimp stuff because he was the pimp and Math is trying to pimp me. That was low, yeah. That was low. That was low. Free Serious Jones. It was a bar, but free Serious Jones. Math is solid. Math is gonna watch this. Math is gonna have something to say. I'm gonna be in Math chat, donating as well, donating back this $40. You know, and I just feel like I'm on Caffeine. I'm gonna go to Caffeine to finish it. I just feel like my thing is this. Math will be on the Math is on the phone, and Math, one of Math things that he said to me that I'm gonna tell you what, and before I go, what Math said to me that almost reeled me in. He like, yo, Flip, you started the whole thing. He got the voice. You started this whole thing. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, when you gonna say it? When you gonna, it's about energies, right? And putting the thing into the universe. Like, if you see me getting attacked, as, yo, Flip is my man, Flip is solid, Flip did this. And he was saying that you allowing the comments to get to you. And I did. I allowed it because it was like, damn, Space goes left and stuff. But I would always speak to him. I told Math, if we do MEO in the street, I'll do it as long as Space Ghost wasn't recording. As long as Space Ghost wasn't recording. Free Serious Jones. Yo, Math, get out of here, man. We are the Flintstones kids. Look at the lights. Everybody right. Look at the lights. What is it doing? It's growing. Math Hoffa, appreciate you. I don't have beef. I'm going on Caffeine to talk. Let me say this. Go to Caffeine right now. I'll be on there. Mr. Bias is returning. A show called Mr. Bias. Hanging with Mr. Bias is returning. Yes. Mr. Bias. You guys are going to be happy. You guys are going to be proud. We are working on some big. Shout out to E-Bot. Mr. Bias will return. I don't know if you guys remember my Mr. Bias days, but it wouldn't be about battle. It'd be about everyday thing. I hope you guys like Mr. Bias. You know what I mean? I hope you guys call in. Mr. Bias is returning. Yes, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be very, very different. You know what I mean? I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like it. Mr. Bias is returning. Y'all ready for Mr. Bias? Shout out to Math for the donation. Mr. Bias strike back. Hanging with Mr. Bias. What's up, y'all? What's up, Caffeine? Hold on, Caff. Hanging with Mr. Bias. No. Mr. Bias. I'm out of here, though. Queenzflip, shout out to Math. I'll be looking for what Math got to say. He probably would say, he probably would don't. But Math didn't change the energy. Yeah, I told Math knew I was doing a blog. The energy changed. No, I feel like when he went on these shows, I feel like same thing with I told you with the Lisa Evans stuff. Well, I made connections. No, they asked for him, but I just passed the number. But I was hoping that when he did these things, like, yo, shout out to Queenzflip, they would tell me, yo, Math shouted you out on Drink Champs. But I go to Drink Champs, I see that not Math shout me out, Nori shout me out. So I was saying that the point of this blog was saying that Math should understand where I'm coming from because I understood where he was coming from. But you can't get mad at somebody or do something when you don't make things right all around the board, because he could have made it right even publicly. Not that there was a beef. There wasn't really a beef. But it was like he knew I felt the way about certain things because of how my response. I knew Math since 2014, 13. That's about 7 years I knew him. We did blogs. He slapped my hat off. We coming together is dope. He even gave me the idea of doing the Interrogation Room again because he wanted to do it again. He wanted to do the Interrogation Room. I said, you want to do the Interrogation Room? I said, let me put my name on it. He's like, man, nah. Put my name on it. I even offered him to use my studio when he wanted to do the podcast. Yes. Now, I don't know how that conversation went because I offered Math to use my studio and then him and Space Ghost went somewhere else. So that was a little weird. So the Space Ghost tell him, nah, don't use the studio over there. Look at the light. It goes to 400 like this. It goes to 400 like that. Do you think that's what happened? Look at the lights. It goes up like that. Do you think that he said, yo, man, don't use the studio? I ain't know. I told you can use the studio. Facts. We are toxic kids. Look at the lights. It's growing. Toxic gang. Mr. Bias will return. Hanging with Mr. Bias is returning. The show Hanging with Mr. Bias. Stay tuned. I hope to see all y'all there. I would have moderators. I would have everything in there. But what Math did tell me, though, he told me to let Shorty go, though. Stop hanging out with Shorty. He could say that. I hope he says that if he talk about it. He said, yo, this is not good for you. Y'all know what we talking about. I guess sneakers is more important. No, stop. Let that go. He did tell me get rid of. I gotta go. Queens from URLTV.tv. I'm from Queens. Look at the likes. It goes up like this. Like that. Like that. Like that. It goes up. Meet me on Caffeine. I'm gonna be talking crazy on Caffeine. Man, I'm throwing shots at Math. Math, hopefully you on Caffeine. I'm throwing shots at you on there. Thank you for the donation. Shout out to Math Hoffa. My expert opinion. I know, relax. I'm gonna talk about it on Caffeine though. I'm out. Meet you on Caffeine. Boom!